So, I was collecting starfish for old Nuviet, and the spotlight hit me, and I got called in for questioning. Fortress of Mirapide. That is the prison, if I'm not mistaken. Our name. Yours first. I'm a receptionist here at the Fortress of Mirapide. Everyone calls me, Monglain. Alright, your turn. Paimon's Paimon, and she's Alice. Alice and Paimon, huh? Never heard of you two. Are you really from around these parts? What, have you heard of everyone from Fontaine, Monglain? No? I didn't think so. But no, you're right, we're not from around these parts. Well, we're here, aren't we? My great name is unknown to you. Huh. I mean, considering how much our reputation precedes us. Well, I do know the main culprits involved in major cases. Are you accessories to one of those crimes? No. Accessories? What? That's not right. We're good people. Yeah. Ah, I see. Noted. It sure doesn't sound like you're noting anything. 2 names missing. It seems like someone's been slacking off. I'll have to record this. Those who didn't fill the forms in properly will face the relevant consequences. Oh, wait. But our names have never been recorded before. Anyway, this isn't your fault. No need to worry. As long as you follow the rules and behave well, you might even have the chance to leave early. You just need to fill the application form and wait patiently for it to be approved. Oh, wait a moment. That's not what I'm talking about. Speaking of that, did we just complete some sort of procedures? This is going way too fast. Paimon's got no idea what's happening. I think we're being processed to be put in prison or something. There's gotta be some kind of misunderstanding. If you want your case reviewed, please fill the application form in according to this format. That said, the time for that has passed for now, so you have to wait for the next application window to open. Oh, you. If you have any other questions, ask Darcy. He should be nearby. I'm sure he'll be glad to have a newbie to talk to. Note involvement in other quests. Current quest unfinished comedy. Continuing the current quest may cause parts of the following quests to become occupied. Progress cannot be made on occupied quests.
Wait.
Right.
No.
But
I'll never get a handle on all this paperwork.
I believe
I need a holiday.
that none of these other quests, especially since they're Archon and story quests, should become undoable, right? What have I gotten myself into? I just wanted starfish. Damn it.
Wait.
All right. I have tried to see if this quest fits in this order. And from what I can tell, I should
Book learning
finish.
alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All
Guys.
those scholars in the academia are prime examples.
Don't interrupt. I should finish Act 3, I think, of the Archon quest first. And then this is actually a continuation of another quest or something. If that's correct, it would be best to suspend for now, I think. But this is a fun little surprise.
I need a holiday.
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly
Game of
why I
the
took the
Rich.
position.
Yeah, let's go to the Spina de Rosula. Stronghold. I love the music here, though. The Fortress of Meropide. The Copper Keep. I'm not sure exactly how I'll resume that eventually, but once again, for now, we leave. Head into the Spina di Rosula household headquarters. Where do they headquarter, actually?
It's right up ahead, but
It's not
let's
in the
make sure we weren't
sewer, is
followed
it?
first.
Oh, of course.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Actually, that is important, since an attempt has already been made on her. And us, for that matter.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
But of course,
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
if there are rooms, maybe it is a manor of some sort.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
Of course, Navia. So, wait. Oh. It's a different part of the city. Or not. It is underground. Okay. Yeah. Interesting that she's operating underground, though. I mean, I assumed she was really well off, but maybe not. That's mostly just on account of her fine dress, but... We've been in here once before. In our search for... talking to Lynette, I think. Hey, kitty. There really is a vibe here. If I had to place it, sort of the Undercity in Final Fantasy VII gives me that kind of vibe. Hello, Vertruvia. Talking about outrunning the law. Jeez. Hello there. Is there any legal service I can provide today? You're an attorney? Well, I wish I could have become a champion duelist, but that's not happening in this life, I reckon. I can't fight. Like, I really can't. I'm the type who can knock herself on the head with a sheathed sword. Hey? You recognize where your talents lie. I respect that. But if there's a talent I do have, that's searching. As long as the case details are clear, I can quickly find all the relevant legal clauses. Ah. I see. Oh, here's her house. Not quite a manor, but...
This is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Me neither, Paimon. But it's actually more fitting for her style of work.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Thank you. Well, so much for my expectations.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately.
Oh, well. Makes me feel even worse now about Paimon, eating up your funds. But, it does make me... I mean, you do clearly come from a well-off family, right, Navia? But then your father died, and I What's it been like since? Were you left with little or nothing, or you've run through most of your resources?
After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Oh.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, that is valuable in at least some ways.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Wait, did your father start the Spina di Rosula? Navia? I always thought that was a sort of club or organization you founded as a hobby or something.
Your father, he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
Apparently so.
He...
Though, I think a lot of my assumptions about you and your family, Navia, have been ill-founded. Are these two even actual servants of your family, then? Like former butlers? Or were they actually just members of the Spina di Rosula, who've just stuck by you this whole time?
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
Please do, Melis.
No, I'll explain it myself.
Or
I
that.
suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand.
Yeah, I'd just like you to clarify for me. Thank you.
My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets.
Oh my.
3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he
Oh.
chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Damn.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up.
Well, despite me having no basis for it myself, I choose to believe in your father, Navia.
At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence.
But he didn't choose to go that route.
But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
That is very curious.
3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that.
I mean, initial hypothesis, something somehow that was to protect you. Maybe he was being threatened. Not directly, but through you, like, maybe you were being threatened if he didn't do what they said or something. Whoever they are.
How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
I mean, it might have not been about protecting his honor. It does seem quite odd. Do you have any clues as to why?
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Yeah. I mean, we already know that whoever is behind this, well, I guess we're assuming it's the same party, but it seems a reasonable assumption at this point, have massive resources and power. My proposal is that while he was investigating, he got a little too close to the truth. And so whoever the villain in this story is, forced him to quit by threatening you. And they're like, you will silence yourself or something to that effect. That's my best hypothesis right now. We'll see how well that stands.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in. But I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records.
I mean, how strong was the evidence against him in the first place?
However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something.
Possibly. I mean, I ask how strong the evidence was because we've seen people can be implicated or even convicted in this country on relatively flimsy evidence.
I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even
Both.
if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
I suppose that's also a possibility. Maybe his friend, maybe there is a reason he had to.
If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Damn. Was that to not try to not make you feel guilty, possibly?
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Seeking the truth for the sake of your family. I feel like the traveler can kind of relate. She's seeking the truth for her brother's sake as well. You know, we're quite alike in this regard. Exactly.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
Oh, good on you, Silver, but the thing we need to do is help her crack this case.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle.
I love these two.
Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to build up a reputation. Much, much easier for it to come crashing down.
Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Right.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
You would think, Paimon. Perhaps they were. But, I don't know. People can, turn pretty quickly.
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really.
Not at all.
Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
Yeah.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
True. And if it wasn't a false accusation, that would also be good to know. Regardless, Navia deserves the truth. But Callus, I'm not sure if I've heard his name around before or not.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Yeah. I can see why Navia has harsh feelings towards Clorand. Is it Clorand or Clorind? Though she seemed regretful about it. I guess... I mean, I could see that arising because she was forced to kill him because he didn't give up, or because she knew there was more happening. I know she said she promised to look after Navia, though, didn't she? She promised Callus. Which, if he was just some criminal, I can't imagine she would agree to. Or feel that she owed him anything. In fact, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her word. That she owed her father.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
No wonder the mood was a little strange between the two of you.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Not easily.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either.
I don't know if I agree with that, but...
She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but
Okay.
seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
There's always a choice. But...
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
it's understandable, Navia. Truly.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
Interesting. So before the duel, or at the very beginning, does tell me he had a... It implies to me that he did have every intention of not making it out of that duel alive. Then that indicates that he intended to die in that duel.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me?
Yeah. I guess we know why she agreed, though. She respected him for one reason or another. I mean, they say he was respected within the community in general. And, yeah, Clorand doesn't seem the type to, be taken in by rumors and gossip.
All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
It is all right. I understand how important this is to you.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
I suppose so.
Yeah, Paimon's beat.
Don't you yawn, Paimon. You're gonna make me beat as well.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Hey there, Silver.
Whether it be responsibility for Spina di Rosula or Master Callus's death, it all landed on Demoiselle's shoulders so suddenly.
Yeah, and she has really risen to the occasion.
This won't do. I must become stronger.
That too, though. Make sure to support her. You two are the pillars upon which she stands. Where did the others go? Come on, where's Melis? Peaceful night passes under the Spina di Rosula's protection.
Paimon slept so well. Almost too safe.
Which is kind of surprising considering it is a literal slum.
Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina di Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters.
Oh,
There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
so this isn't really your headquarters. It's more of a safe house. And Poisson was, where we met you, right?
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just
Roughly.
trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Oh, perfect. Find anything?
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
Well, of course not, Paimon. There was detecting to be done.
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Exactly.
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
Well, I guess, well, we don't really know how old this information actually is. How long have the disappearances been happening? A few years? A few decades? Longer? Probably not longer. I'm gonna guesstimate 10 years. They might have actually said before, but I don't quite recall. Curious. It could be a case of the person just wasn't famous or well known. Not everyone's gonna leave an easily detectable trail. Hey.
I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove
Also
that this
likely.
Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Assuming they're real, but yeah. Or, you know, the alternative I suggested, that they're just a small fish in a large pond.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
Not necessarily.
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to.
The, palace? The, fortress of, what was it again? Maripol? Maropide?
And that is the archives kept by
Oh.
Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept.
Oh, yeah.
If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you.
Of course. He's a very serious person. Takes his job seriously. And he is far more competent than it seems probably anybody else in this country.
In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
Oh, absolutely. Love to go say hi to Neuvillette. Also, I am very appreciative that Navia did not include the R Paimon is so fond of.
Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
Are you hesitant to see Neuvillette for some reason?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Oh, are we able to just waltz in and drop by the Chief Justice? It seems unlikely.
The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Let's go. Good to see the palace again. I think I stopped by here once the first time I came to Fontaine. Pointing him out? What? How do you know where to
Please
go?
state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
I love your voice, Sadine.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalet's files are really secure.
Yeah, but it's by a little adorable Melusine.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Do they? Why would they?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Oh, you were just trying to prove a point. Nice.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
They are, and they're also precious.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
You are so cute. I just want to pinch your little cheeks.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Were you one of the Melusines there? Were you the one guarding the exit?
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird.
Oh, never mind.
You must be Linny's attorneys.
We are.
It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information
Little
on a follow-up
wings.
case.
They all have wings.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
What, a follow-up case? Yeah. Of course follow-up cases are a thing.
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
Pretty sure it's her job not to, but...
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Really? We can just meet with the Chief Justice. No waiting, nothing. Awesome. Where is she? Ah, there they are. Hello there. If you're lost, please turn back. Some of the rooms here are restricted access only. What rooms are there in here? If I were to tell you, you'd get curious, so it might be best if I simply don't. Monsieur Nouvelette's office is just over by the side. This much everyone knows, including apparently the Traveler. And, well, Lady Farina lives on the top floor. She's a real celebrity, so she really doesn't have any time slots free. Of course. Not to worry. Maison Gardiennage and the Marechaussee Phantom are also upstairs, so anyone with ill intent will not be getting very far regardless. Well, good. Do tell me about Nouvelette. Monsieur Nouvelette's time slots, no, his schedule, is also very full. He can't always be found in his office in any case. If you have a matter to put before him, please submit an application to the corresponding gestionnaire according to the matter at hand. Oh, you are supposed to submit paperwork to meet him. That makes way more sense than just getting the drop in on him. Knock, knock.
Please come in.
Nice office. Busy man.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
Did we lie? No, I mean, not really. This is a follow-up case, tangentially related to the incident at the trial. Also, he wouldn't know what our reason for coming in was. I don't think he can talk to the Melusines telepathically. But, yeah, he does seem to be the one who actually does all the actual running of the nation of Fontaine. the actual managing of it. I don't think Lady Farina takes much of an interest in that kind of stuff.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
Very
So
magnanimous.
you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Thank you. Your eyes are so piercing.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
He's gonna take a while to browse.
Unfortunately,
No files?
I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
Damn. Though, he wouldn't necessarily be involved in a criminal or civil case. I mean, well, I guess... No, yeah, if Vache disappeared, that would have been reported, presumably. And that would be some sort of case. Though it's possible it was never reported.
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Guess that's that. So we're back to square one.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
It's possible, but I'm doubtful.
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem.
Yes? Oh.
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel.
Oh.
Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
Yeah? I assume you presided over that case as well. You preside over all cases.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Oh, that's probably why she was a little hesitant to come here as well. She probably holds him partially responsible, too.
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Damn.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort.
But it was no use.
You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear.
Damn.
If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Oh, tears streaming down her cheeks.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all?
Oh, Navia.
Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to.
Oh, man.
If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Oof. Oh, he looked away.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything.
Yeah. I could be me reading more into him than there is, but he did look either uncomfortable or guilty, or perhaps both, while you were going off just now.
Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice.
Oof. It's weird that he seemed so personable earlier.
My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Nuviet. He's an interesting man. There's definitely something happening behind that stoic facade of his, though.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Is it raining?
Rain. It's raining.
Timing.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Nuviet's mood doesn't affect the weather, does it? Like if he's sad, it rains?
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Okay. You have me convinced, Navia. His mood somehow directly affects the weather, or at least when he's sad. Rain.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Your father's case. Was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
But there was something you didn't know at the time.
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
The fact that people can be turned into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
Well, wait, that was, You said it rained when he was convicted? On the day your father was convicted of murder. So it rained when the murder happened, or when the investigation was happening, or when he was convicted. Because that's an important distinction. I think I'm still sticking with the Nuviet's mood affects the weather. I don't know. There's more to him than meets the eye.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner.
I don't.
You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier?
Yeah, sometimes it just takes an outside perspective, Navia.
All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
I'm willing to head over with you, absolutely. We should go while the idea's still fresh.
Great, let's go then.
This weather is perfect for doing nothing at all.
Are we diving down? Oh, yeah. Wait, we never went to Poisson with you. Yeah, we met you at the Fountain of Lucine. The Opera Epiclese.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime examples.
It's another underground sort of sewer area. Oh, okay. Convenient.
Whoa! What a huge ship!
Oh, yeah.
Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
You know, that's a good question, Paimon. This is what was clearly an underwater cave. Shit, I mean, maybe it's really a submarine?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters.
That's fun.
My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this.
Oh, it was built
Perhaps our
here.
taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
I think I'm starting to get why you like it.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past.
Yeah. Also, yeah, no, I'm going back to your father was well off. He could fund something like that.
Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Yeah. Well, show us to your home, then. Your glorious, glorious home. That is impressive. Oh, it's made of metal. Are you Spina di Rosula members? Is that? Is it up there? Yeah, it must be. Or possibly down there. Ah, there he is. Hold that thought, though. Is there, There is. Haha. We're back.
Moose, we're back!
Holding the fort well.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
Hot leads. Well, kinda.
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Ooh. I would call that even more convincing. Could the mastermind be the same person?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, as much detail as you can recall.
Yeah, Of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
What was synth?
At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
So it was a drug.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance.
Sounds like it. Keeps you addicted, keeps you drinking it, and also allows you to be turned into water.
As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Though, actually, I don't know if it was that much of a problem. I would think that people would have noticed others turning into water.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Did he? Because that sounds like a candidate for who's the mastermind behind the disappearance scheme as well.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation.
Damn it. Compartmentalization. Very, very effective.
Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant.
Good going.
The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food.
Is this where the murder happened?
But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh. I mean, that hardly feels like an impossible murder, though. Your father was holding the gun, and Jacques was dead on the ground. And you heard the gunshots. Are you suggesting that he was shooting at something else? Or that somehow he was forced to hold the gun and it wasn't him who fired? Or perhaps... I mean, I had been assuming that it was an impossible murder because the body just disappeared. But I don't know. Did the man have bullet wounds? Did you see?
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all.
Well, yes and no. The culprit didn't necessarily seem obvious last time. I mean, the evidence wasn't great for Lenny, but at least not the seeming evidence. But it wasn't a shut case. This one, I mean, if you heard the gunshots, you saw the smoking gun, the literal smoking gun in his hand, and if you confirmed that he died by bullet wound. I don't know, it doesn't... It is fair, though, that he didn't seem to have a motive.
Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
Oh? So they could have belonged to someone who got dissolved?
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet.
Oh, wait, was it not Jacques' body who dissolved, but the assassins? That's what we're suggesting. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. But still, did your father just pick up the smoking gun? That seems ill-advised.
But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Okay, maybe... Maybe your father got into an argument with Jacques, but it's also possible that the third person was to blame.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out.
Well,
I'm finally headed towards the truth.
I definitely agree with that. This situation is even stranger now. I don't know, I'm hung up on the fact that your father did have a gun. Shots were fired. And presumably, Jacques died of a gun. There's some basic forensics that could have been useful at the time. For example, how did the number of shots match the number of shots fired from your father's gun? Well, regardless.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning.
Yeah. Unless he was faking for some reason. But,
I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth.
yeah, I have to agree with you, Melos.
On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as you're and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning.
Careful on which tiger's tails you step on.
Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
Yeah. Very good point, Melos.
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
That is fair. That's also not the path Navia can take.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end?
Well, I have a feeling he managed to protect you in the end. At least that's my guess.
Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed.
Well, Nothing obvious, at least.
Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly?
Maybe, but I kind of doubt it.
I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
We'll help you do it, Navia.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, Demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
Aw. A vote of confidence from old Malus.
So you do know something else, Malus.
Malus.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case.
Really?
But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Yeah.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live.
Oof.
And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety.
Which probably didn't help with that estimate.
5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public.
Yep. He was a smart man.
If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
A bluff, but an effective one.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
Well, until today, or yesterday.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
I mean, it's not always obvious, Navia. Sickness doesn't always look like, the final stages.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
Apparently so. Though, I'm sure that's a little comfort when he could have chosen to have 5 more years with you.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword.
Wanted you to finish the investigation.
If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
I'm sure he would be.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight?
Coulda. Probably shoulda. But, no, I guess that's just not who he was.
No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
Oh, Navia. He gave you the choice to live how you wanted. Yeah, wanted you to solve this mystery, but didn't want to force it upon you.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
Oh, yes, please.
It's the location where synth is produced.
Oh.
Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters.
And where might this be?
When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found.
No?
But if you want to use it
Oh, that's what
against
you
the
mean.
enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
Probably not that simple, Paimon. It's probably extremely well guarded and fortified.
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades.
Exactly.
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war.
Right. And are we ready for that?
The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Yeah, you've seen them, Paimon. They'll just make it more complicated.
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Right.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
He's had years. Has he not? How many years has it been, Malus? Now, you say we've connected Synth, but do we actually have any evidence that we can present? Any physical evidence that they're connected? Because we're not exactly eyewitnesses to this. At least not at the moment.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will.
You're an excellent butler at that.
I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
And this is the right time.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here.
Ooh. Damn.
When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors.
Did you ever find anything? That was smart.
If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
Oh. Do tell.
The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
I'm sure none of these names will be easy to hear, Navia.
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
What is the Confrérie? Or Confrérie?
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence.
What kind of guild?
In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
Impressive.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Just more successful.
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
It really is.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards.
Interesting. Last time a guard was a traitor, so an obvious choice, but perhaps too obvious.
Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly.
Right. Like I said, it won't be easy to hear any of them.
To think
Our
that the
suspects.
enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most.
Oof.
It's almost too hard to believe.
It is still possible that none of them are. That none of them are a mole. I mean, a little bit of terrible, terrible cynicism, but the person who could do the most possible damage as a mole would be someone like Melus. Someone you trust unconditionally. Situated at your left hand, and just perfect knowledge of everything. But no, we will not suspect him. That'd be too cruel.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Melus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty.
Well, thank you for that, though, Melus.
And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death.
Right.
After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today.
Oh, should we go say hi?
If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Thank you, Melus, once more.
Thank you so much, Melus. You really are the best.
He is an excellent butler.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
Leave it to me. Shall we be off?
I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Here, here. Ooh, case records. Callus's case records. 3 years ago, on a rainy, stormy night, banquet goers heard 2 gunshots outside the house. When they reached the scene, Callus had a gun in his hands, and Jacques had been shot and slain. Okay, so he was shot, for sure. And was this gun that Callus was holding obviously recently fired? Based on the investigations done then, there's no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped. And Callus was thus adjudged to have been the culprit. So he was judged based on the fact that they just didn't have any other suspects. All right. Well, we shall continue this investigation next time.